As we approach the new year, one of the things that you might be considering is thinking about goals. And so this week, we will be talking a little bit about goals and how they might impact you. In particular, because we've spent a lot of time talking about running, we'll talk about running today. And I'm Greg, this is Blaine. We're from Recover Physical Therapy's YouTube channel. And Blaine, let's talk a little bit about this. As a physical therapist, I'm sure that you have had lots of experience talking with people or working with people that have had long-term running careers. And what are some themes, some things that you've seen with that?
That's a great question. And so the people who are able to do that are generally very consistent for a very long time. Mm-hmm. And so I think it's easy to maybe compare yourself to people. You were mentioning before we started the video that you met an individual who would run like 200 marathons.
Yeah.
Which is extremely impressive. Very, very few people achieve that level of volume of running, but people who do, even if it's much less than that, people who are capable of running a few marathons a year, or shorter distances, fine, it doesn't have to be a marathon. It's important to recognize that they take a long time to build up to that point. Mm-hmm. And so they might start out just, running a couple miles here and there, and gradually your body adapts and builds up to it, but it takes a lot of patience and a lot of consistency.
Yeah. We also talked a little bit before we started kind of in our preparation on this, that this is coming up on my 30th year, of being able to run a 5K or having run a 5K essentially almost every year for the last 30 years. And it's not like a huge, to me it's just like, I'm glad I can do it, but I can imagine that somebody who, if you're just barely starting, you don't want to defeat yourself by saying, I'll never get to that point. You want to focus on that day-to-day activity. And that's actually the point that I think I would want to share for anyone that's making a decision to pick up running and try to do it in a stress-free, injury-free way, is just be willing to do a consistent effort every single day or week that's based on that goal. One of the things that I've learned in this video experience with you, Blaine, is how important it is as a runner to have some sort of cross training or some sort of strength training regimen that goes along with this. And I think that's actually the one thing that I would recommend, having been somebody that's gone those 30 years. You probably need to start thinking about, if you really want to go for a long term, you got to be thinking about more than just, am I going to go out and run 5 miles? You also want to think about the strength training side of it.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree with that. And most experienced runners do have some version of cross training. And there's a million ways you can do that. So rather than maybe just running every time you go for a workout, strength training is important for both injury prevention, and it will probably make you a faster, more efficient runner as well. You can do yoga, you can do Pilates, you can ride your bike, you can ride a rower machine, you can go swimming. There's a million different ways to do it, but just switching things up again and making it so not every workout is running is a great way to prolong your running career.
Yep, awesome. Anyway, we hope you have a great new year, and unless you have any other comments, Blaine, I think we'll end it at that point and not take too much of people's time and let them go out and run.
Yeah, I would just say start where you are, and even if all you can do is run a quarter of a mile, that's a good place to start. If you do that and you build upon it, you'll eventually get there, but it's okay to start where you are.
Awesome. All right, thanks much.